What if everything you believe about your choices is an illusion? Imagine discovering that your mind is playing a secret game you know nothing about. Every decision you make, every thought you think, what if it's not really yours? In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you something that will completely change how you see yourself. Your brain has hidden powers and they're about to be revealed. Are you brave enough to see the truth behind your own mind? We're not talking about magic or supernatural abilities. This is about the hidden machinery of your brain, the silent forces that shape your reality without you ever noticing. What happens when you realize you're not the master of your thoughts, but just a passenger in your own mind? Prepare to question everything you thought you knew about yourself. When people hear facts that go against what they believe, they often hold on to their original ideas even more strongly. It's like when someone tells you that something you think is true is actually wrong, and instead of listening, you try to defend your original thought. This happens because people see challenges to their beliefs as personal attacks. Our brains are wired to protect our core ideas, even when faced with clear evidence. This means that trying to change someone's mind by showing them facts can actually make them believe their original idea more. Arguing or sharing proof doesn't work. It can make people more set in their ways. People find others more likable when they make small mistakes, but only if they're already seen as good at what they do. A successful person who spills coffee seems funny and human, while someone still trying to prove themselves looks clumsy. This happens because small errors make skilled people seem more real and approachable. If you're already respected, a minor mistake can make you more attractive to others. It shows that how people see you matters more than being perfect. The key is to show your human side after you've proven your skills. Trying to look flawless all the time can actually push people away. People are more likely to like you after they help you, which is the opposite of what most people think. When someone does you a favor, their brain tries to make sense of why they helped you. They end up thinking, I must like this person if I'm helping them. This strange idea was discovered by Benjamin Franklin, who asked a rival to borrow a book and found the person became friendlier afterward. The trick works because people want to feel consistent about their actions. By asking someone for a small favor, you can actually make them feel more positive towards you. It's a surprising way to build a connection. Sometimes trying to solve a problem can make it much worse. This happens when people find unexpected ways to work around solutions. The name comes from a story about colonial India, where officials paid people to kill snakes. Instead of reducing snake numbers, people started breeding snakes to earn money. This shows how people can twist rules in ways no one expects. When leaders make rules without thinking about how people might react, they can create bigger problems. The lesson is to always ask, how might people misuse this solution? It's important to think about all the possible ways people might respond to a new rule or idea. When media talks about suicide in detail, it can cause more people to consider taking their own life. This effect is named after an old book that made many people copy the main character's suicide. Modern research shows that TV shows and news reports about suicide can increase suicide rates, especially among young people. Psychologists are worried because trying to raise awareness can actually make things worse. Sharing detailed stories about suicide can give vulnerable people dangerous ideas. The important lesson is to be careful about how suicide is discussed in media. Talking about it can accidentally encourage more people to consider suicide. People often think others can see their inner feelings and nervousness, but that's not true. When you feel anxious or embarrassed, you believe everyone around you notices your discomfort. In reality, most people are not paying close attention to you. During a job interview, you might feel like your nervousness is obvious, but the interviewer is likely thinking about something else entirely. This psychological trick shows that we overestimate how much others notice our internal struggles. Most of your worries and fears are happening only in your mind. The good news is that people are not judging you as much as you think they are. Your brain loves weird and strange information more than normal facts. This is why you might easily remember a funny video but forget important details like a family member's birthday. Our brains are designed to pay attention to unusual things as a survival skill. Bizarre or crazy information sticks in our memory much better than calm, logical details. This explains why people often remember strange stories or wild claims more easily than true, boring information. Psychologists find this frustrating because it means that weird or nonsense information can be more memorable than real facts. If you want people to remember something, make it strange or unexpected. When you buy one nice thing, you suddenly want to upgrade everything else around it. This happens because a new, expensive item makes your other things seem old or not good enough. For example, buying an expensive couch might make you feel like you need a fancy rug to match it. Each purchase leads to more spending, creating a cycle where you keep buying things to make your first purchase look better. This effect shows how buying one item can push you to spend more and more money. Psychologists worry that this is a trap of always wanting something newer or fancier, which can lead to spending too much money and never feeling satisfied. People go through predictable emotional stages when facing any big change, whether good or bad. These stages include shock, anger, trying to bargain, feeling sad, and finally, accepting the change. This happens with all major life changes, even positive ones like getting a promotion. At first, you might feel panicked or angry about the new situation. Then you might try to avoid or negotiate with yourself about the change. You'll likely feel down or uncertain before finally accepting things. Psychologists understand that change is always difficult and feeling uncomfortable is a normal part of adapting. The important thing is to recognize these feelings as a natural process of growth. Your brain has many hidden ways of thinking that can trick you without you realizing it. The psychological theories we've explored show how our minds create mental shortcuts that affect our decisions. These theories reveal why we sometimes believe wrong things, remember strange information, or react emotionally to changes. Understanding these mental patterns gives you power to recognize when your brain is playing tricks on you. By being aware of these psychological effects, you can make better choices and understand your own thinking more clearly. The key is to stay curious about how your mind works and be willing to question your own thoughts and reactions.